Hello and welcome. So, I'm going to take a look at the Times Quick Cryptic Crossword, and this is being published on Thursday the 26th of June 2025. And our setter today is Peridot, or Peridot. Apparently both ways to pronounce it are correct. And the interesting thing about Peridot, is that actually this is the puzzle editor. And if you look at the name, it's P for puzzles and then an anagram of editor. I can't remember the name of the chap though, so but it's definitely he. Right, well so this year we've only had one puzzle from Peridot, and that was back in May, and it was a 12-minute, but I had one silly mistake in it. Last year we had a couple of puzzles from them, one in 13 minutes, one in 26, so I think it should be achievable. Let's reset the timer and crack on. Yahoo endlessly crashing start of conversation on board. Oh, endlessly crashing. Gosh. Recent arrival, fantastic. Weeban regularly visited. Weeban, W-E. Where? Oof, recent arrival is a newborn, isn't it? I don't quite know why that's a newborn. No, it can't be newborn. Anagram of we, though, I think. Weeban. I don't know. Younger relative, dad, hugger, ran amok. Give it time. Oh, younger relative. Grandchild or something, isn't it? I think there's an anagram of grand something in there, but yeah, grandchild, great grandniece, great. Don't know. A couple of D's in there to get rid of. Great granddaughter. Yeah, should know that by the length of the answer. Settled dodgy scene involving. Scene is 5 letters. MP. Politician dodgy settled. A lot of love cherished by boy. Surprisingly alert from birth and unconventional. Cool. Just beautiful is fair, I think. I'll leave that out. I think that's fair. Boss kit for bowler. Gosh, boss kit. Study rig. Stud rig. Bowler hat. Rig hat. Boss. Familial ties. Okay, that looks like an anagram again. Developing sister on lap. Okay, maybe that's the anagram. Accepts greeting. Yeah, sister is 6. On lap is 5. We're probably high in it. Familial ties are it's not ancestral. Broadcasts about poems. Reverses. No, can't be reverses. Reodes. About poems. Broadcasts about poems verses. Margin of advantage. Margin is the edge, I think, isn't it? Again, not feeling very convinced by that either. Not a good start at all. A river flowed in Scottish Isle. A ran. Yeah, okay. Aaron. Scottish Isle. Have now to get head down. Have now is AD to get head down. Own. Own is to have, isn't it? Of course. What's this one again? Yahoo endlessly. Let's take the Y off. A crashing start of conversation. A hock. No. Start of conversation is a C. Ahoy. Yeah. Ahoy. Just an anagram of Yahoo without one letter. Gosh. Discharged former partner due for relocation. Discharge exude. Exude. Anagram of you. Due. Seeing bear. Shoulder. Seeing. Can't think of a word that's got an H in third place. Put up article in Spanish on Peron, perhaps with note. Article in Spanish is L. Put up article L. Eva, Eleva, and T for do re mi fa sol la T for the note. Doctor having drink and kebab. Donna, doctor. Wouldn't that be doctor? Drink. and kebab. Kebab is a donneur. Donner? Doctor with DR. Okay, cry as water's broken. Cry is 3, 5, 12. Gosh, that's inside baby's membrane. Is baby's membrane BY? Cry would be 2. Water's broken. Waters is 6 letters. Okay, unprofessional team at Euros bottles it. Team at Euros bottles it. Must be a hidden word, mustn't it? Amateur. Now, amateur. 1 to win over. Win over. 1 to win over. Have a shock may be frightening. Having a shock may be frightening. Something to do with hair. Tress, stress. Scare. Seems a bit obvious though, doesn't. Liberal member getting stuck into beer. Beer is ale. Member is normally arm or a leg or a limb. But there's too many letters to get into beer, can only really be ale, can't it? Builder's assistant, wearing boots, say with no top. Boots are hod. I think that's hod and shod. Again, not convinced. This anagram then, familial ties, sister on lap, accepts greeting. There's my high. Gosh, any more downs? No. So that is not a great opening, really. So look at this one. Settled dodgy scene involving politician. So that's probably going to be that's probably an anagram of that, which would be politician. Settle is to N. Sconce in. I think it's ends like that's doctor having a drink and kebab. Can't think what that would be. That was this down here. This one here. Recent arrival. Okay, fantastic. We Ben, we are we been regularly visited. Is that an anagram? We Ben regularly visited is BIN or AR. Recent arrival. New. Seeing bear. No idea on that one. This one, a lot of love cherished by a boy. Boy is a lad. A lot of love, glad, oh lad. Boy. Surprisingly alert from birth and unconventional. Surprisingly alert could be an anagram from birth. Unconventional would be anti. This one looks like the best chance of getting something. Then sister on lap accepts greeting. Got all those letters to fit in there. Familial ties. Broadcast about poems. Well, that's poems, odes, verse, Riez. I think that's Riez. Airs of poems, I think. Broadcast Riez. Not sure about that. I thought it was broadcasts again, but re-airs, I think, which makes that an ending in an E. Baby's membrane, gosh. Placenta. Cry as water's broken. Prehistoric, familial times, and I can't be pre because it's P-E, as like E. Wow. So I've got E-N-E, means it's got an S and a C. N, and a politician. Politician, I can't even think of an EMP, Euro MP, maybe, or a lib. What about a lib? N, liberal. Scene, N, scribe, N, settle, N. I don't have to start with N, does it, really? Enlibsk. Oh, wow. From birth and unconventional. Boss kit from Bowler. Nope. I'm absolutely stuffed on this puzzle. Just no. This is recent arrival. R-E-E-E. No. Regularly visited suggests it should be alternate letters, but of we ban, but B-I-N. We've got two E's, so that's fantastic. We suggests there should be an anagram there. Suggests. And then the alternate letters of B-I-N, I suppose. Newbie. Wow. Okay, no wonder I wasn't getting that. Newbie. That's a blooming hard clue, I'd say. What's this? Behemoth? Seeing. Beholding? Beholden, I think. Beholden or beholding, I think. A lot of love. Lot of love cherished by boy. That's load. Load is a lot. Okay. Beholding or beholden, this is. Beholding, I suppose. I'm going to put ing there just as a placeholder. Another placeholder. But boss kit. Kit is surely a rig. Bowler. I mean, bowler I can only think of fast bowlers or bowler hats. Unless it's the name of a specific bowler. Would have thought not. Beholding, bear. Yeah, okay, you're holding something. You're bearing the load, aren't you? Yeah. So yeah, yet another look at the familial ties. Sister on lap. So that probably suggests it ends in E's, doesn't it? Let's get rid of some letters. Let's try that. So sister on lap. I'm just going to have to cross off some letters. Put down on my pad. Sister on lap. LP A. Assume that is IES. You'd think that's a P. What? P. S T R. Just checking I've got enough letters. N L O A. Yeah. Ancestral? No. There's no guarantee it actually ends in that. IAS. Let's look at this one. Liberal member stuck into, that's a leg, isn't it? I suppose a leg is a liberal into beer. What beer would be though? Or what the answer is even. Well, no guarantee that edge is correct. Margin, an advantage is an edge, and a margin, yeah, the margin of page is an edge. I'll go with that. I think that's shod. Builder's system is a hod, as in a hod carrier. Wearing boots is shod, but take the S off, I think. Not convinced, but a member is normally leg or arm, in which case leg fits there if that's an E. But then what's that word? Liberal is L. Getting stuck into beer. I don't know what beer can be though. The dollar kebab one. Doctor having drink and kebab. Maybe that's a con. Yeah, that's a sconce, isn't it? Because then that can be Donna. Again, leaving. But why that's having drink and kebab. Oh, Donna's spelled D-O-N-E-R, isn't it? Okay, yeah, drink. One, having one. Okay, con going into a sconce, I think. I didn't know a sconce meant settled, but okay. Cry as water's broken. Cry as is 5, waters is 5, so that's too many letters for a 9-letter anagram. Inside baby's membrane. Baby. Is that even Rieres? Anagram of waters would be caterwaul, isn't it? Caterwaul. How do you spell caterwaul? Caterwaul. There's my water. Caterwaul. Caterwaul. I think it's a A-U-L, isn't it? Call. I think it's call. That gives Renee from that crossword, that very long. I've got lots of letters to put in there. Pen, Sten, Len, 10. Relationships. Oh, okay. It's that easy. Ships. Okay, relationships is a easy anagram. Okay, that makes that a little bit more gettable, maybe. What's this? Rel. Poems. I don't know what the word for poems is. That looks like anti to me, but I can't see why. Surprising alert. No, maybe alter. Alter something. Alter. From birth. Alter. There. I'm going to put that bit there. Alter. Alter futile. Let's try and see this one again. Ample. Okay, the MP. MP is the member, that kind of member. Ample is liberal, fair enough. For a bowler. If that was a hat, rig hat, boss. Rig hat, would that work? Probably not. Broadcast, relays. Lays, I think that is. Okay, if that's a Y. Having a shock may be frightening. The poem's lays. Okay. Having a shock may be frightening. And this one to win over. Okay, 1 to win over. don't know if there's any kind of theme to this puzzle. I don't think there is really. Lots of A's. Ahoy, ample, amateur, alteration, alternative. Okay, oh, native. Okay, native. Okay, from birth. Okay, what's this? One to win over is a a thing. Okay, 20 minutes gone. Hod must be right, mustn't it? I only got 4 left. I mean, it's slow down, isn't it? But I'm not sure about relays really. Having a shock. I still think something to do with hair. Tizzy. Frizzy. Maybe frightening. Scary. Hairy. Yeah. I said it's something to do with the head, didn't I? Okay, I'm going to go with that being relays, because I haven't got a better idea. Boss. For... Well, that's rig, as I think it is, but not entirely sure. Harrigan. Boss. Kit for bowler. Harmison. Steve Harmison. Again. Yeah, again, okay. Win. I don't know if this G is correct yet, so head is boss. Gear is kit for bowler. Headgear, yep. Which means that's whatever. 2057. Oh my word, that felt so difficult. And actually, I'm really pleased. I mean, I think at 10 or 11 minutes, I had hardly anything on the board. So that kind of came together quite well. 2057, wow. Okay, let's go through that clues, because that was just I want to say that was obscure, some of that stuff, really. Combined with tough cluing. I mean, looking at the words ahoy, newbie, granddaughter, ensconce, I know there's a word, I wouldn't be able to tell you what it means. Load, alternative, fair, headgear, relationships, relays, edge, Aaron, Isle of Arran, Nova Scottish Isles now, amateur, own, Catterwall, I know it, hard one though to spell as well, Donna, and the call being part of that is hard. Donna, knowing how to spell that, hairy, exude, again, beholding, hod, elevate, and ample. I mean, all the words there, apart from Catterwall and ensconce, I think I'll probably use. So they're not unknown words, but my word. Not an easy puzzle. Right, let's go through the clues. So we've got Yahoo endlessly, so take off the second O of Yahoo. Crashing means it's an anagram. And start of conversation on board. Well, on board a ship, you go, ahoy! Recent arrival is a newbie. Fantastic we, so W-E-E, with B, the first, third and fifth letters of Ben, B-I-N, regularly visited. So yeah, wow. So an anagram of those two, we and bin. Fantastic is your anagram indicator to get to a new arrival, a recent arrival, which is a newbie. Younger relative is a granddaughter, which I think, I'm not going to count it through, is a anagram of dad, hugger, ran. A mock is your anagram indicator, and then you need to give it time, so put a T in there. T for time. To settle is ensconce, not a definition I know. Dodgy scene, involving a politician. The politician is a con, as in a conservative, with an anagram of scene. Dodgy is your anagram indicator. Lot is a load. Love is O in tennis. Nothing's called in tennis. Cherished by a lad, so put that in there. Surprisingly alert is an anagram indicator that alert gives you alter, and from birth is native. Think of the nativity is about the birth of Christ in the Bible. Unconventional is alternative. Gosh, I mean, it is. Yeah, I suppose it is. Just is fair. Something that's fair and just. Beautiful is someone who's fair-haired, maybe. Double definition anyway. The boss is the head, and kit is gear, and a bowler hat can be headgear. Have seen that as headwear before, actually thinking about it. So avoid any mistakes there, because the cluing is fairly clear. Familial ties are relationships. I mean, that's a tough definition. Developing is saying there's an anagram of sister on lap, and then accepting hi, which is the greeting. Broadcasts is relays. I relay this information, I broadcast this information. Re is about, and lays are poems. The margin of your page, it's the edge of your page in your book, and the advantage of having an edge. So that's the across clues. Whew. A is in the clue, R for river, and flowed is ran, and the Scottish Isle of Arran. Have, to have is to own. Now gets his head moved down, so you think of the word now and move the N down to the bottom, becomes own. Head down, so the head of the clue, because it's a down clue, you can do that. Discharge is exude. Gosh, that's a tough definition again. You never, you discharge. I mean, you. Okay. Form partner is your ex, and due for relocation is an anagram. Due, you'd. Seeing is beholding, and to bear, well, you must behold. It's got a question mark on it, so it's not exact, is it? If you're beholding something, you're bearing it. You're bearing the load. You're holding something. To put up is to elevate. Fair enough. Article in Spanish is el. On peron, Eva Peron, the was it president or the president's wife of Argentina, Juan Peron being her husband, who was the president, and perhaps with note, so note would be TE, do re mi fa sol la T. Doctor is DR, having a drink. Well, drink is one here. I mean, that's, I think that's what it is. And kebab is a doner. Cry as to cry is to caterwaul. Water's broken. It's got an anagram of water going in inside the baby's membrane is a call. Wow, vocab extraordinaire. Unprofessional is amateur, which is a hidden word across team at Euros. Bottles it is your hidden word indicator. Good clue actually. Unprofessional team at Euros bottles it. Maybe that's referring to the England team that's going to be playing in the Women's Euros soon. I think it's Women's Euros coming up. One to win over. One to win is you make a gain, so you win, and over is to do it again. Having a shock may be frightening. So you could be, if you've got a shock of hair, then you're hairy because you're having a shock, and maybe frightening. That's a hairy experience. It's frightening. Liberal is ample. Member is an MP. Getting stuck into beer is ale. Builder's assistant is a hod. So the hod carrier is the person who used to carry the bricks. Maybe still does, I don't know. Boots. If you wear boots, then you're wearing something on your feet, so you're shod. And there's no top, so shod becomes hod. So there we go, all done. 2057. Bit of a stinker puzzle there. Thanks for watching.